Here's what you need to know about medical technology. We're in the world of AI and AR, artificial intelligence and augmented reality, and these hold massive promise for revolutionizing healthcare. What are some of the things that may be already in existence, and what are some things coming on the horizon? For a long time now, we've had things such as robotic surgery. What this means is a robot will assist the surgeon in carrying out the operation. This is only set to increase further. The robots will take on more and more complex operations under the supervision of the surgeon. And this holds great promise for future surgeries, which could potentially be conducted remotely. A surgeon sitting somewhere, controlling the robot, who is then performing the operation. In terms of imaging, we have seen how AI can analyze scans quicker, faster, more efficiently than radiologists. Imagine the potential for screening breast cancer, prostate cancer. A machine looks at thousands and thousands of scans, analyzes patterns, and detects abnormalities. That means that your cancer is detected before it becomes inoperable, intreatable, and then you have a greater chance of survival. Telemedicine, now I've talked about this already. I'm not a big fan of telemedicine, but it certainly has an option to revolutionize access to healthcare for people in remote areas who can't get to a doctor, who value the convenience of seeing the doctor remotely. For quick and simple problems that don't necessarily need a face-to-face visit, telemedicine is definitely something that is here to stay. Another element that I've also mentioned before is wearable tech, using health tracking devices, step monitors, sleep monitors, continuous glucose monitoring. All of these things will enable us to monitor health, respond to data that we receive, and improve our health and well-being. A fantastic development in revolutionizing healthcare. Now, something that is growing in popularity, but is as yet not available to the masses, is personalized medicine. What that means is undergoing genetic testing, looking at your genome, your DNA makeup, and seeing if you're susceptible to certain conditions, and then instituting treatments and therapies to try and manage that. Imagine the power of that, detecting something in your DNA that is not yet a problem, but then you can undergo treatment or therapy to help manage that and prevent any future complications. I think this is a huge area and holds massive promise for the future. Do you have elderly parents or grandparents who live alone and whose health you're worried about? Remote monitoring is already a phenomenon that exists, but that's set to improve markedly, and that will allow us to monitor the health of our elderly relatives without necessarily having to be there. So there may be sensors on the bed or on the floor to detect if they've fallen out of bed. Also, there are cameras that we can install to see how they are in the house. All of these elements are really helpful in managing the care of our elderly relatives. Of course, having said all of this, we need to bear in mind data privacy and confidentiality. Who will be able to access this data? How will they be able to use it? These are some of the things that we need to think about as healthcare and artificial intelligence improves. This area has huge potential to revolutionize healthcare and provide more holistic, comprehensive, and preventative care. And I think it's something that is definitely worth exploring. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And remember guys, true wealth is health.